by Toyota.
All right, everyone, welcome to Sports Nation. It's been forever.
We're back.
We're back.
Where y'all been?
Where you been?
Where you been?
Where you been?
I've been to behind my mama.
He just hit me with the girl. You're fresh off vacation. Carrie champion Marcellus Wiley, LZ Granderson. How are you all?
I don't take vacations.
You are the hardest working man. You just got your hair done, though.
Finally. What do you mean finally? You was on that Kauai for about 6 months. Why you jelly? Because you got nothing to do?
Raggedy. All right, we are going places, ladies and gentlemen, presented by Toyota. Up first, Carmelo Anthony, the Thunder, well, they part ways. And yesterday, the Ringer's Kevin O'Connor noted that executives around the league view the Rockets as the favorites to land him. According to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, he's adding this. Melo's business manager spent time with the Rockets and the Warriors at the Rockets-Warriors Summer League game last night, sitting with some of the Houston personnel. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, but let me tell you this. Last night, Yahoo Sports added that Chris Paul is pushing for the Rockets to acquire Melo, but the Lakers, Heat, as well as the Sixers are all in the mix of what is happening. We no longer have Trevor Ariza, so here is the question. We have no Trevor Ariza. Does it make sense in your mind, Marcellus, to add Carmelo?
Oh, absolutely. Chemistry first. You talk about the friendships. They tried to court Carmelo last year. Futile attempt. He went to OKC, obviously. Went out there from the three-point line, actually shot better than career average. A lot of people look at the numbers, plus minus, and say he had a horrible year. Yeah. But as the third option, Carmelo went out there and did some things better, getting used to a new role. So then you add him to a team that stresses the ISO. I understand those. A lot of worse. But that means you were good as hell before. That's all that means.
Worse.
Carmelo's never been a third fiddle. And it took him some time to get acclimated to that. To that point, you go to a team that has ISO ball as its emphasis, and you give them an ISO player who's now comfortable in the third fiddle role. I think we got some magic here.
Well, I'm simply going to defer to CP3 on this. He's the greatest point guard of this generation. He says he wants Melo. I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you what you want. Because you see something in there that a lot of pundits do not. Now, I'm not quite sure what that is, because when I look at Melo, I go, okay, yes, you can still give us some points, but you were never a great defender, and you've only progressively gotten worse at that. And one of the things that Trevor Ariza gave you was the 3D guy. Melo will give you the 3.
Sure.
Where the D at?
Well, where were the 3 at in the
Okay.
Oh, I ain't gonna go there on Trevor though. That's my dog.
Anyway, quickly moving on past that. So I have a question for you guys. Carmelo can't shoot anymore.
Oh, he can. Yes, he can. It's just, it's about system and how he gets acclimated to it. Because you got to remember the ego of a superstar, a future Hall of Famer, now third fiddle. That's not an easy adjustment for everybody.
Okay, here's my issue. Okay. Just what you're saying. Yeah. Can he go to Houston and be okay with being third fiddle, not being the main?
Oh, he walking into it knowing it now. This ain't OKC.
Right, and remember, while Russ is a great point guard, he's a different sort of point guard than Chris Paul is. Russ gives you the kind of assists that are, I don't want to say incidental, but usually come after he has been, like, double-teamed.
They call them grenades. 22 seconds left, shot clock out.
CP3, while he pounds the ball at the top of the key, when you do get the rock, you get it where you can be most successful. So Melo's going to get easier shot attempts.
Well, I disagree with that. I will tell you this. I agree with you in terms of CP3, but Russ is one of those, he literally, as a point guard, is the type of guy who he has no patience. Yeah, so if you, not that he's not trying to set you up for success, but if you're going to dribble the ball, you know, how long does Carmelo dribble the ball?
Yeah, I get some of that.
Like, he doesn't dribble as much as he jab step.
But everyone is more inefficient around Russell Westbrook. No slight to Russell Westbrook. It's just the way the game goes. So now you take him away from there, you get some of that efficiency back. You won't get the defense, but you can get some better shooting than even Trevor Ariza.
So you think he makes better sense than Trevor Ariza? Ariza was the glue, as been quoted. You really think he makes better sense than Trevor Ariza?
I think if CP3 says this is who I want, you need to listen to this guy. And as Marcellus was saying, a lot of people look at what happened to OKC and they go, oh, this won't work. Well, they were trying to figure out the order in terms of priority with shots. This won't happen here. You have the MVP as number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is the best point guard of this generation. So quite naturally, you know, there is no discussion about who's going to take what shot.
That's where the rub is. I have a hard time. Melo doesn't think that he's faded. I really have a hard time believing that he's okay with being the third person handling them.
Well, this is a different dynamic in terms of friendships, in terms of respect, in terms of where your game is in your prime. He knows that the other guys got him. And on top of that, if you look at what Carmelo is going to see, he's going to see a team that was this close. Remember, up 3-2. 2 in a Game 5 going to Game 6. This is a team that was close. He doesn't want to mess that up.
I hope not. Meanwhile, let's move on. The king of LA. I don't.
Yeah, right. A lot of Melo hate.
I was just asking questions.
Doing her job.
I'm doing my job. There was a mural in Los Angeles depicting LeBron as, quote-unquote, the king of LA, vandalized. The mural painted last Thursday, and Friday, some random Twitter follower said $300 to anybody who will destroy this.
$300.
The mural, that's not enough money.
Hell no.
The mural has since been restored, but I think the phrase, and this is where people get a little upset, the king of LA. We've had this discussion several times on the show, and Marcellus missed it, so we'll ask him this question.
Yeah.
LA fans, especially real true Laker fans, have a hard time accepting LeBron because, and there has always been this debate that people have forgotten about Kobe and went directly to LeBron. So here we are again. LA fans are under the impression that if he brings 1 or 2 chips here, that no one will respect Kobe, and that's not the case at all. Like, Kobe's been a day one.
Yeah.
So do you understand? Don't start.
Magic was day 1.
But my point, Magic is day 1. He's been here. He's been here his whole career.
Magic was at least drafted here. Kobe was drafted to Charlotte.
No,
all right, let me
he's
stop.
been here his whole career.
I got
Don't
you.
be a hater. He's been here his whole career. So do you see why fans are a bit jealous of LeBron, and is it ridiculous? Is it a big deal or no big deal?
Okay, let me get my joke out the way.
Get
Pay
your joke
respects.
out.
All right, I cannot look at graffiti without saying, we make these trains beautiful. Shout out to Rainbow Beach Street. Anyway, for those who don't know that, Google that.
What?
Don't Google that.
That's old school. Here's the thing. Why is LeBron facing so much hate from Kobe Stein? And I can tell you right now why. Because he's landing in L.A. as a greater player than Kobe Bryant versus when Kobe Bryant landed in L.A., he was not a greater player than Magic Johnson. So we didn't see this issue when Kobe was trying to back up what Magic did as a Laker. But you're seeing it now because really they're telling on themselves.
Right.
They're in their feelings because they're like, damn it, of all the players out there that we can't make an argument that Kobe's better than, it's that one, and he's the one that's coming to save you, but also in that process hurt your feelings because he's better than Kobe.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Oh, see, that just doesn't make no sense. But I'm gonna tell you why. I understand what you're saying, but if we're talking franchise and who we believe, you're telling me to pick my favorite son. I can't get, my stepson is not gonna be better than my son that I gave birth to.
Good point.
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know anything about birth and son.
I mean, your family. I mean, who you with? Could be.
But what I do know is this, that when Kobe fans are talking about LeBron the way that they are, or some are, you just want the insecurity you have about Kobe's place. You're talking more about Kobe than you are about LeBron because you're not going to forget about Kobe, as you were to say, if he's your first son. And as far as the mural being defaced, I mean, we're acting as if half of L.A. went over there and started spray painting the mural.
Yeah, right.
It could have been just one dude. Right. It could have been Kobe fan. It could have been an L.A. Clipper fan.
No.
It could have been Marcellus.
You better calm down, bro.
It could have been Marcellus.
You were on vacation. Was that Marcellus?
I mean, is it that hard to believe that one dude like Marcellus went over there and messed that up?
And you were on vacation in air quotes.
Yeah. All right, let me help y'all out. First of all, if y'all gonna watch any Law and Order, I would never deface it using the colors of the team I despise. I would have used some blue or red in there, more blue. Because that's what I'm from.
Stop it.
I ain't gonna put no gold up on that thing. So whoever did that for $300.
Yeah, okay, guess what? We do not like gangbanging on that show. We do not like gangbanging.
No, not at all. Not on this network.
Okay. No. You are crazy.
Maybe some other network.
Meanwhile, I want to say this. Kobe fans, chill out. We all good. Moving on. Ty Lue, speaking of LeBron, took over the Cavs during the 2015-2016 season. And he led his team to an NBA championship. But Friday during Summer League, he talked about how he was shocked by LeBron's decision to sign with the Lakers. Take a listen.
I didn't expect it. You know, when I saw it, I was shocked and, hurt a little bit by the decision. But like I said, we talked and he said that, I'm his favorite guy. He loved being coached by me. He loved the 4 seasons we had together. And this decision was solely on just a decision for himself and his family. And I can live with that.
All right, well, so that was then. The story today, though, is that he is apparently meeting with Luke Walton, that is Ty Lue, with Luke Walton to discuss, I guess, maybe coaching LeBron. And he says, according to him, that what people say about LeBron just isn't true. Meanwhile, our David Benjamin had this to say, take the quote. He says that Ty Lue told him, I just want to let him know the stuff that people say. I'll say that word. And you read, Bron's not like that. They make it seem like he's hard on the coach, he's hard on the organization, he's nothing like that. That's the most important thing I want to convey with him, that he's not like that. So LeBron isn't like that. That is what Ty Lue is saying. He also added that he's his favorite.
Oh, I like that.
Do we
Makes
care
sense.
about that?
That makes sense.
I mean, just to let you know that I really care, and I'm speaking from sincerity, being genuine. And yeah, I do like that part. I mean, you know what? He said something amazing in that same article, that everywhere LeBron has been in his 15-year career, he's made every situation better and every person around there better.
That's fair.
Which is, I mean, he's not even talking about just on the court. He's talking about organizations. He's talking about the city. He's talking about the community. Everything LeBron has touched, he has made better. That said, my answer to what the question is it easy to coach LeBron? It depends on how you process pressure. A lot of people in this world process pressure from the outside, so it's externally applied. Or there's some people, a minority, that are looking at pressure as from within, it's self-imposed. So if you're the person that listens to others, if you're the person that reads headlines, if you're the person that does Google searches on yourself, you're doomed if you're around LeBron, because there's going to be so much scrutiny and criticism that comes your way, you're going to know which way is up. So for the Lakers, if they stay within, keep their mindset within their own borders, this is going to be a valuable situation.
Hard to coach LeBron?
I don't believe it's hard to coach LeBron, though I haven't done it. But what I do know is this.
You have not?
I have not done
Thanks
it.
for telling
I have to let you know that. We've had a lot of coaches, so I might have been in there.
7.
What I will say is this, though. When you have someone who is excellent at what they do, and knows the formula to success, in order to be a partner in that relationship, you too need to bring something of value on that level to the relationship. And if you don't bring something like that, then you could find yourself out of a job. Is that easy in and of itself? Probably not, but that's different than LeBron being a coach killer or being difficult to coach. It's like dealing with somebody who's a singer, but not a very good singer, but think they're a diva. You're trying to say, you know, you're not really that good.
Why are you looking at me when you say diva?
I mean, he went all the way up.
I mean, you hit me right here. You hit me right here. You hit me right here.
I put my eyes down.
Destiny Child or Carrie?
Carrie thinks she's Beyonce.
Yeah, right.
So what?
So listen, Michelle, here's the answer.
That is not funny. That is 2 bullseyes. That was two bullseyes.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that when you don't know who's the top dog and who's supposed to be the person in charge, and you think you are, things are going to be difficult to handle. David Blatt doesn't have a job because he believed his success internationally usurped everything that happens in the NBA. He got fired, not because LeBron didn't like him, but because as a coach, he didn't get it. Ty Lue, he got it. Eric gets it. We're going to see if Luke gets it.
You don't think Luke gets it?
We're going to see.
I think Luke gets it.
There's nothing to show that he gets it. He has, like, what, maybe 60 combined wins in 2 years?
Does Michelle get it?
Michelle get it? I mean, she got Grammys, too. She still got them Grammys.
I still got Grammys. I still got Grammys. I still got Grammys.
Y'all ain't right.
You on Broadway?
Wasn't me, Michelle.
That's not nice. You know, we like her. Let's take
that.
Take
that all back.
We like her.
We like you, Michelle.
Yeah, okay. Sorry if you're watching. Coming up next, folks, we're talking about the Cowboys.
Them boys.
That was me.
You went there.
Bryant is gone. You ain't right. And we feel like that will be better. So we'll talk about it when we come back.
You still stuck.
Not
Michelle.
We've
been out here all week, y'all. All week, and it's been so hot.
It's so hot.
You know what? I'm not going to Vegas without getting in the pool. So if y'all with me, let's get in this pool.
He's jumping in the pool. Of course he's jumping in. Why wouldn't he? Where are you doing this? So stupid. Oh, good God. And now we've got a problem. How old is Marcellus? You are grown.
A lot of weight.
Marcellus, if you guys can be quiet, this is his last week. And so we are sad.
It is?
Yes. He's no longer going to be with us. And we wanted to make sure that we had some Marcellus moments.
Oh.
And so it was sad. Tell us a little bit about that time.
Oh,
Prior to my arrival.
That one moment there? Yeah. No, we were in Vegas doing the show as we used to travel around. And, you know me, I'm a man of the people, even though I like to troll a lot, have a lot of fun. That dude who jumped in right behind me, though, landed on me. That's why I'm still under. Oh, there I go. Survived it. Yeah. But you know what? That was a good moment right there. I had to give him some dab because he was heavier than I thought. Looking around, I'm like, there's a lot of dudes in here.
Are you getting misty-eyed? Are you getting sad?
Oh, man, I would, but you know, the NFL prepared me for for the gangsterdom of business. So, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy I'm here with y'all this week. Look forward to more clips this week. And we'll see what y'all come up with, because y'all started off fast.
I heard you saying you don't want to be here this week.
Oh, well, I mean, look, I feel like a lame duck. I'm coaching my last week.
Hey, I'm going to be
running all kind of plays.
But can I get the TV that's in your office?
Oh, you want...
And the wardrobe rack, too.
And all that Clipper gear? You want some of that?
I want the Clipper gear. All right. I need to find
He's a Laker fan now. All right, moving on. Let's get back into it. How about Dak? Dak Prescott is entering his third year in the NFL, and for the first time, he will be missing two huge targets, Des Bryant and Jason Witten. And this is Marcellus's friend, NFL.com writer Bucky Brooks. Oh. He thinks that Dak Prescott will have his best season yet. He goes, with the quarterback intent on getting the ball to the first receiver to come open instead of force-feeding it to Des Bryant, the Dallas offense could look like a ball movement NBA squad with no number 4. That's him.
Yeah.
No number 4 playing point guard. What do you think?
First of all, respect to Bucky Brooks, who's like the Rosetta Stone of football.
Say that.
I mean, if you want to digest football in like a week and learn it like you are just the guy who knows everything about it, or gal, Bucky Brooks is the guy. Read his column all the time. That said, he broke this down. Dak Prescott last year, a lot of negative conversation about his play. To me, a lot of it is maligned. He had a declining Des Bryant. He had an absent Ezekiel Elliott for a large part of that season. And also, Jason Witten trying to find a fountain of youth, but not necessarily the same Jason Witten. So all that added up to Dak Prescott being, guess what, in QBR?
What?
4th in the NFL. Now, you tell me Carson Wentz, Case Keenum, and Tom Brady had great years, right? And right underneath them in QBR was this same guy, Dak Prescott.
Okay.
What's going to happen to him is what happened to Matt Stafford. Do you guys remember when Calvin Johnson retired and everybody said, uh-oh, what's going to happen to Matt Stafford? Just get better. You know why? Because when you come from under center and you have that guy, a lot of times you force it to that guy, not necessarily because that guy is open. Without Dez being there now, the Calvin Johnson of his system, he's going to play it open, and he's going to play it smart. Whoever is the open receiver will get the ball, and it will reap benefits for his offense.
So he's going to have an even better season than he did his rookie year?
That's going to be tough, but Ezekiel's going to help because he's going to be there, not dealing with all the issues he had off the field. I would go on record and say, yeah, I think Dak Prescott, third year, Scott Linehan's offense, they're more familiar with each other. Remember, this offense was designed for Romo, and in the preseason, they said, oh, Dak's better, and Romo's hurt. Let's just go with this. They never made great changes to this offense, but now's the time for them to do that.
You know, I just get bored with this conversation about the Cowboys' success being closely and only tied to Dak Prescott. Why? Because 35, 35, 42. Those were the score and the amount of points that the defense gave up in the first 3 losses of the season. Their defense was atrocious. 43% of the third downs were converted against that defense. 43%, that's good for 29th in the league. So if we're going to talk about the Cowboys and if they're going to be better, I'm all for it. But it's not like Dak Prescott alone was the reason why they had a 9-7 season. That defense, to me, with Shauna Lee in and out of the lineup, was atrocious. And it's hard for any QB to keep up if you're giving up 42 points one week, then 35, then 35.
Yeah, Tom Brady dealt with that early part of last season, and then those things started ironing out.
Coming up, here's the challenge that's sweeping the nation. And so LZ's going to try to do it for us.
LZ, don't do that hard.
Wait, who's that?
You can't?
Yo, who starts these challenges?
Shiggy, you don't know Shiggy?
How's that a challenge?
It's a show?
Yes.
Boy, I need to get my hip up. I know that one, though.
Yoda. Let's go places.
Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao is back. The sport's history-making 8 Division World Champion returns to the ring, and it's only on ESPN+. Power-punching belt holder Lucas Matisse is the target. As Pac-Man goes for his 60th career win, it's Manny Pacquiao's return, live from Malaysia on ESPN+, part of your ESPN app, Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Tonight on SportsCenter after PTI, the latest NBA buzz surrounding Carmelo, Capella, and Marcus Smart. Plus, inside Tebow's breakout baseball season. Could he be on his way to the bigs? Tony Collins and I'll see at 6 Eastern after PTI.
Tonight at 7 on ESPN, Monday Night Baseball matchup. Bryce Harper Nationals starting at 3-game series in Pittsburgh. Now it's time for winners and losers, and we only got time for one. So dance crazes.
Kiki,
It's Philly Challenge is taking over.
Drake owed this show. Read my book. It's coming out. Yeah, Drake.
Sierra, the Swaggy P, all doing Drake's in My Feelings. What about Shiggy, our guy? So There she goes. She broke it down.
She's the best one at it, of course, because it's dancing. Sierra's the best dancer
What
ever.
is he doing behind her, though?
Ever. She's the best dancer ever. Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and Sierra.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, James Brown, and
You can't
Sierra.
do it.
I
Yes,
can't
you
do it.
can.
I tried to do it last night. I tried to do it
You
last
tried
night.
it?
I did.
Please do a video.
I'm so not.
You're so scared. Gary's in the video. Gary in the video.
Never.
Come on. Kiki, do you want? Oh. I gotta go. This is my last day, not week.